Have you ever faced a moment where everything seemed to be on the line? Your faith, your future, your very existence? Imagine being a young woman with the weight of an entire nation on your shoulders. This is the story of Esther, a story filled with courage, faith, and divine intervention. Our tale begins in the ancient Persian Empire. King Ahasuerus, a wealthy but unpredictable ruler, seeks a new queen after banishing his former one, Vashti. In a massive empire-wide search, the spotlight falls on a young Jewish woman named Esther, an orphan raised by her wise cousin, Mordecai. Esther is no ordinary woman. Despite her humble origins, she is strikingly beautiful with a grace that catches the king's eye. She is chosen as queen, but there's one detail she's instructed to keep secret: her Jewish heritage. Life in the palace seems opulent, but beyond the golden halls lies danger. Enter Haman, the king's advisor, a man driven by power, pride, and an intense hatred for the Jewish people. When Mordecai refuses to bow to him, Haman feels insulted and devises a wicked plan. He convinces King Ahasuerus to issue a decree, the annihilation of all Jews in the empire. The date is set, and the countdown to destruction begins. News of the decree devastates the Jewish community. Mordecai, in anguish, dons sackcloth and ashes, an outward sign of deep mourning. He sends a message to Queen Esther, urging her to use her position to plead with the king for their people's lives. But Esther hesitates. Approaching the king uninvited is forbidden. The penalty? Death, unless the king extends his golden scepter. The stakes are high. In this pivotal moment, Mordecai delivers words that resonate through history. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Esther, moved by Mordecai's plea, decides to act. She asks all the Jews in the city of Susa to fast and pray with her for 3 days and nights. Afterward, dressed in her royal robes, Esther approaches the king. The throne room grows silent as she enters uninvited. Will the king extend his scepter, or will this courageous queen meet her end? The king, intrigued, extends his golden scepter, sparing her life and listening to her request. But Esther does not confront Haman immediately. Instead, she invites the king and Haman to a banquet. At the banquet, she invites them again to a second feast, building suspense and piquing the king's curiosity. Meanwhile, Haman's hatred festers. He prepares a massive gallows to execute Mordecai. But divine intervention is at work. That same night, the king suffers from insomnia and has the royal chronicles read to him. He discovers that Mordecai once saved his life from an assassination plot. The timing is no coincidence. The next day, Haman is ordered to honor Mordecai publicly, an ironic twist of fate that fuels his growing despair. During the second banquet, Queen Esther finally reveals her truth. She pleads with the king, exposing Haman's plot and revealing her own Jewish identity. The king, enraged, orders Haman to be executed on the very gallows he built for Mordecai. Haman's plot unravels, and a new decree is issued allowing the Jewish people to defend themselves. By God's providence, Esther's courage saves her people, turning a story of impending doom into one of hope and redemption. The Jewish festival of Purim is still celebrated today in honor of this miraculous deliverance. Esther's story reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear, but acting in faith despite it. For such a time as this, how will you rise to the challenges set before you?